It's time for the Week 14 Power Rankings presented by our friends at Toyota, and there's a new sheriff in town. The New England Patriots. But I struggled with this one. My son and I talked about it during the Patriots game on Monday night.
Yeah.
We collaborated a little bit after the game because under the old UPI AP college poll, the Broncos should have gone to number one.
Right.
Because they won.
Good.
But what the Patriots did to the G-Men Monday night was so impressive. Devin and I were talking about this yesterday. Chris, there was a level of physical violence in that game that speaks to Mike Vrabel knowing how to press their buttons, how to keep them from getting complacent, how to keep them from losing their focus during Thanksgiving week, how to respond properly to a close call against the Bengals closer than it should have been, and how to get themselves in the right mindset to just take it down the stretch, grab that brass ring, rip it off the wall, and cram it down your throat.
Yeah.
And I think that was the message they sent Monday night. So they get the top spot, and now let's see. They got a bye week. They got 4 games after that. Let's see if they keep it.
They're big. They're physical. Vrabel knows the type of physicality it's going to take if they want to go to the Super Bowl and win it. He understands that. He's been there. He's done that. They're the most complete team in the AFC. So I'm glad you put them in front of the Broncos. They're playing better ball than the Broncos right now. But, yeah, when you look at the AFC, and there's a lot of teams that are incomplete, right? I look at New England and go, all right, they might not be perfect in some areas, but it's not bad. There's no area that's bad. They can run the ball. They can throw the ball. They can be creative on the offensive side of the ball. They're going to be game plan specific in big games. The defensive side, same thing. You can't run on them. They know how to find ways to pressure without exposing their secondary. They're going to be game plan specific on that side. They got a quarterback who, just like we talked about with Caleb Williams, yes, he runs the system at a higher rate than Caleb Williams right now, and he can make some off-schedule plays that are special, that are needed. So, yeah, I'm with you. I think when you look at them, that organization, and who they got coaching them, an offensive coordinator and head coach, I got no issues with you making them the number one team right now.
So let's take it from there then. We've got Patriots, we've got Broncos. The Rams fell to 3. I struggled with Rams versus Seahawks, but you know what? That Seahawks win was not as impressive as 26-0 would suggest. The offense sputtered.
Right. Yeah.
The Vikings handed it to them, and the Rams beat the Seahawks when they played. The Seahawks have a chance in a couple of weeks after they play the Lions, I believe, to take out the Rams on a short week. No, wait, it's the Rams playing the Lions. Either way, the Seahawks have the Rams coming up, and they have a chance to even that series at 1-1. The question I had was the Bears. Like, how high should the Bears be?
Yeah.
Should they be in front of the Seahawks or the Rams at 9-3? I struggled with that one.
I think you're good there. I got no problem with that, especially coming off the win and what they did to Philadelphia. Their defense has been playing a little bit better lately. I mean, what they showed in the run game. Listen, out of your top 8 there are all the teams on the left. My biggest disagreement would be I would still put the Rams in front of the Broncos. Right? To me, I know they lost the game, and I know how you operate. But, yeah, I've taken a lot of heat because I said that the Rams would, surgically destroy the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers have put me on their social media, and they've started that. So I looked at my phone, and I'm getting all this crap, and I'm going, wait, everything I said happened. You never stopped them the whole game. Yeah, he threw a ball off the guy's helmet in the end zone. He threw a pick six. They did whatever they wanted. But, yeah, I still think the Rams are, if not the best team in football, they're the second best team in football. I wouldn't let that one loss, make me feel a whole lot worse.
So wait, let me make sure I understand this.
Yeah.
Panther social media is chirping about the fact that you were doing your job in assessing whether or not the Rams or the Panthers would win the game.
Right, they're pounding their chest because yes, I said that, and I got that, and. Whatever I said in our breakdown of our pods, they used that. They put that out there. And you know what they did? They opened up the box, Pandora's box. Because as soon as they play bad, guess who will be making a video throwing it back in their face?
Was there anything that you saw about how they lost to the Saints or how they lost to the Cardinals, two of the worst teams in the NFL? I mean,
Nah.
that's what bugs me. And I know the whole thing, it's about engagement.
I hear you.
And,
right.
We actually allow it to enter our thought process, and I hate this.
Yeah.
When we all pick the Broncos to win, like we've triggered some cosmic cavity that's going to cause the Commanders to win because we all pick the Broncos. Like the football gods give a flying fart about what analysts say. But if it happens, they're going to rub it in our faces. The whole thing is stupid. And the fact that we even pause to think, we're going to be a meme, we really elevate our importance by thinking that it really matters to anyone what we think. And we have to, this is what we do.
Well, based on the comments I have on my
do.
Instagram, it does matter based on that because it's not exactly happy thoughts.
When you win a game,
right.
Why can't you just enjoy that you won the game? Why do you have to go find the people who, in doing their jobs, made the reasonable prediction and they were incorrect? Why do you have to rub their faces in it? Why can't you just enjoy the fact that you won a game? And this isn't about the Panthers. This is about, they all do it from time to time. Enjoy that you won the game. It's just kind of an ultimate dick move to walk around looking for people to, we're going to rub your face in the fact that you did your job. You had to pick one team or the other. You couldn't say, well, I can't pick either one because I'm afraid that whoever wins the game is going to come rub my face in it. We had to pick one or the other.
That's right.
It reminds me of the time where, when a team is playing like crap and they win a game, and, we proved all those people wrong who accurately observed how bad we were. Get out of here with that stuff. It drives me crazy.
Yeah,
so I'm going to have to check this out now. I may have to jump in. That's
all right. Don't
grab
worry.
a sword.
I
may have to do battle. Hey, look,
good.
I've done battle with Jackson DeVille. I may have to take on Sir Purr. Bring it on,
right.
Sir Purr.
Yep. None of the kiddies like you.
All right. Before we break, let's look at the back. Do we really need to look at the back page?
Well,
I don't know. Let's look at the back page.
Let's see. Let's see the back page. The Chiefs and the Bucks are on there. Yeah.
Well. The Chiefs deserve it. They lost. At some point, they got to wake up and win the game that supposedly involves their backs being against the wall. They had their shot against the Cowboys, and they blew it. The Ravens had their shot against the Bengals, and they blew it. So I dinged both of them. They're both going to have to win this weekend to get out of that page and get out of that rut and save their seasons.
Yeah, I hear that, and it's funny. I mean, you look at the whole AFC North is on this page right here as you're looking. But the Chiefs, the Ravens, are they one of these teams, the Bengals, that can make a run here and get back in the mix and do all that? We'll see. I do hold out some hope for them and the Bucks. But yeah, there's some flaws with both of those football teams. The one team I want to ask you about a little bit, right, just to hear your thoughts, because I'm a big fan, is if we can go back to the first page at number 12, the Texans. How'd you do kind of figuring out where to put them, right? I mean, they're kind of hot. They're on a hot streak. You got them right behind the Eagles, in front of the Lions. What was your thought with them when you were kind of orchestrating this whole thing?
I mean, look, you are what your record says you are, and they are hot right now, but they are 7-5. And I struggled with how high to put them in relation to teams that were 8-4 or 9-4, because I think at this stage of the game, there's a huge difference between 4 and 5 losses. You have a little more buffer if you got 4. When you got 5, you're dancing on the edge of maybe having it all collapse upon you.
Right.
So I thought about putting them ahead of the Eagles. I thought about it. I did put them ahead of the Lions. I thought about putting them ahead of the Eagles. And, hey, the Chargers are down there 8-4. The Chargers are as low as they are because they got their asses stomped by the Jaguars, and they are going to take some time to come back from that. I think that's a tough one to come back from. The way they got embarrassed in Jacksonville, they're the only 4-loss team that is that low on the card because of that mark that losing as badly as they did to the Jaguars left.
Yeah, that's a bad one. But they got a chance to redeem themselves, right? Eagles Monday night, if they beat them, I think that would probably make you think differently about them and move them up a few spots.
That's a huge game Monday night.
Oh, my gosh.
Both teams are 8-4. That's a gigantic game. There are some huge games this weekend. We talked about Steelers at the Ravens. We got the Bears at the Packers. The Colts at the Jaguars for first place in the AFC South after we had handed it to the Colts. And the Colts haven't won there since 2014, for crying out loud. You got the Eagles-Chargers on Monday night. You got the Texans-Chiefs on Sunday night.
Right.
Man, it's and this is the it's funny too because
Cowboys
Chris,
Lions Thursday
we posted this yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gigantic. I can't wait for that one. My new favorite team. I can't wait for it.
Yeah.
I hope my George Pickens jersey shows up by then. But the number of teams that have been eliminated with 5 weeks left, it's like the most since 2000. But for everyone who isn't eliminated, it's wide open.
Yeah. That's what
and there
it
could
is.
be like 3 or 4 more teams eliminated this weekend. But for everybody else, I think John Lynch, the 49ers GM, said it yesterday, it's anyone's championship this year.
It feels that way.
And ultimately, there's going to be 14 teams that have a ticket to the dance. 14 teams have a seat at the table, and any one of them is going to be capable of running the table.
Yeah,
except the Steelers.
It does. It feels that way. It's amazing. It really is.
They all can run the table except the Steelers. So please, football gods, keep the Steelers out. That's Chris Sims' annual plea, and it seems to be accurate this year. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.